I think this is going to be a really important situation at the end of the 2025 season with Nakobe Dean. We finally get an update on his rehab, what's been going on in this offseason, what he's been working on, how he's feeling, and we're going to be talking about the linebacker group as a whole. So let's get straight into it all.
A killer buried, but not dead.
Darren, we better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Hope everyone's enjoying their week and going into the weekend. Or we're already at the weekend. I keep forgetting what day it is, but here we are. Now we're going to be talking about the linebacker group as a whole. Short one today, guys. It's been a crazy week, but Nakobe Dean is going to be an interesting one. I think at the end of 25, there's going to be a lot of tough decisions that are going to have to get made, and we want to see how his progress is going to be with this patellar tendon injury, where some players come off of that injury really well. Some of those players come off not looking to be the same player they used to be. Now, a couple days ago, I can't play the video because it's copyrighted. It'll be copyrighted, but there was a video of all the Eagles players playing basketball. They were shooting hoops, doing some stuff like that, and Nakobe Dean was pretty much, he was moving around. Like, he looked pretty good. Everybody was kind of taking a lot of attention to it. So we're like, okay, Nakobe Dean is probably on really good progress right now. And we finally got an update from himself on what's been going on with him and his injury and his rehab and all of that. There's way more flexibility, of course, way more mobility. It's definitely something that's helping with my rehab. You just feel a change immediately after you stretch. You're not as tight or as sore. My whole thing is trying to be the absolute best version of myself. For me, that's greatness. And if I'm striving to be that every day and doing what it takes to be that, okay? From the time we drafted him in the third round, there was a lot of speculation, even why he dropped in the draft, because he had a lot of issues with his body. I mean, I could probably believe that now. Fast forward, to the 2025 offseason now is, he's been hurt every single year. He's missed off-season programs. He's missed a lot of time. And when you miss valuable time like this, it's really hard to move forward and climb up that mountain. And going into the 24 season, he was finally healthy. The Eagles said, you know what? We have to get rid of Devin White. We got to let Nakobe Dean play. And he was absolutely amazing. So as a whole, because they have added so much to this linebacker core as is, where Trotter Jr., I feel like he is going to be ready at some point, and I think he is going to get another shot in the offseason program to maybe try to get a starting job, which is going to be an uphill battle as well because Jahad Campbell is in the building. And, from Jahad Campbell, that could be an off-ball linebacker to an edge rusher. He's got great versatility. Trotter Jr. really only has like one issue that I kind of get a little annoyed over, and it's not a big deal, but he's got to wrap around. I mean, he's made some tackles in the backfield for maybe a 2, 3, 4-yard loss and just can't wrap around and hold tight to take the guy to the ground. He's missed some tackles in the backfield, but, he doesn't get much playing time. He's got another offseason under his belt. So Trotter Jr., I think, is going to be a very solid player for us, but I just don't think he's got a future for the 25 season right now to be that starter. Okay. Depending on this Jahad Campbell injury, it's really going to unveil, like, there's going to be other guys getting playing time. Whether Jahad Campbell misses all of training camp, which apparently it's not supposed to happen, he will be back by the regular season, but other guys are going to get reps if he does miss a little bit of training camp, a little bit of time. You could be 99% healthy for this team right now, and because of that 1%, they'll sit you out for 2 weeks, and they're very overprotective of the players, and that's perfectly fine. You don't want to cause any type of stupid injury early, especially before the season. So other guys will get opportunities and other guys will get chances. Small Munden from Georgia's another one, versatile player, sideline to sideline tackler. I mean, great off-ball linebacker to downhill, through the gap type physical presence. Really like him and his versatility. Ben Van Sermon's coming off a knee injury right now, so most likely he will be a fullback. He'll be working with the linebackers, probably playing special teams and working in as a fullback for the fullback competition. Says they are resurrecting that position this year. So I think you know, the linebacker position is actually in a really good spot right now because they've re-signed Zach Bond, and he will obviously start this year, probably as the green dot middle linebacker. And we're going to see at the end of the year, Nakobe Dean, that's going to be really the big one for us here. If the Eagles are like, you know what, he's not the same player he used to be, and, you know, he doesn't look great, and we might just have to let him go. Maybe they just let him walk in the free agency, and maybe he just comes back on a cheaper price. I mean, because of this injury could be somewhat of a blessing because he could come back cheaper. But Nakobe Dean now missing all this time, I feel like he's going to be out for just a few more months. He'll be out probably till October, November. But the way he was moving out there on that basketball court, it's probably in a really good direction. And then it's going to take more time because even if he like gets in the pads his first day of practice, it's going to take him like 3-4 weeks just to get back to where he was. You miss an off-season program, you're missing a lot of playing time to get your body right for physicality, getting on the full pads, hitting again. It's a whole entire process to get back on the field. Don't think he's just going to come back and get and be a starter. It's not going to happen that way. For me, it's almost like he's going to miss the entire year. If the Eagles make it deep into the playoffs, he could have an opportunity, but there's just really, unless there's injuries in front of him, there's way too much in front of him right now with Zach Bond and Campbell. I don't think there's any room for him. Now, Howie Roseman, after drafting Jahad Campbell, he said that, it had nothing to do drafting him and Small Munden from Georgia had nothing to do with the Nakobe Dean injury. I don't know if I can really believe that, but I mean, I feel like I'm glad they actually hit on linebacker a couple times in this draft because we're going to need it. Because look, Zach Bond's only got one more year left with the Eagles after this year, so he plays this year and next year, and then he's gone. Especially if he plays at a high level, he'll probably even garnish more money at an older age. At by that time, he'll probably be 29, 30 years old, something like that. So the Eagles aren't going to pay someone at that age. And, other guys are going to get opportunities. So I think this is, a linebacker core that was well needed, especially from the draft, hitting on some of these picks. There's good things. There's good things to take away from it. And who knows, if you have injuries to this linebacker core and Nakobe Dean's ready to come back in by playoff time or at the end of the year or something like that, and he comes back a lot sooner, we could see him a lot sooner. So you have not only good depth, but you have something waiting in the background just in case you garnish some injuries there, because fluky injuries do happen in the league, and things do happen that way. So you never know. So I kind of wanted to add this in as an afterthought because I was like, should I even waste my time even talking about this? I don't know, but I'm just going to talk about it anyway. Seen some reports saying Eagles predicted to go all in on Super Bowl repeat by adding Von Miller to a young edge group. Okay. Now, Von Miller is 36 years old. Okay. He has been rumored a couple times of coming here. And I think the only reason why is because Vic Fangio has a connection with this player, as well as Justin Simmons, because Von Miller was in Denver and had a very good career in Denver. But when it comes to the off-field stuff, okay, he was suspended 4 games from hitting his pregnant girlfriend. Yeah. We know how Howie Roseman thinks about when it comes to domestic abuse and stuff like that. He won't even draft guys that have that type of background or anything that's even exploiting whether he did it or not. They still suspended him, so we don't know the truth. But with some of the baggage that comes with him, I just don't think it's going to happen for that reason. So I would probably have to cancel out this move even happening. Okay. Without that behind him, or without that baggage, coming off a 6-sack season, 36 years old, and was with Vic Fangio before, and a connection for third-party news that we're everybody's kind of putting out right now. I'm just not really on board with it, and I don't think it's really going to happen, but that's pretty much it with that. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. We talked about the whole entire linebacker core, Nakobe Dean, the update on his injury. I know I've been ranting and raving for the last, 8 minutes, but just a short one today to kind of talk about. And, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of Nakobe Dean. Do you think he'll be back in time? Do you think he'll be a Philadelphia Eagle after 25? That's really the big question for me, okay? Because, you made a lot of moves to kick Zach Bond out. with this injury, it's not his fault. It is what it is. Things happen. Patellar tendon injuries are serious, but it seems like his rehab is going really well, which is a really good sign. Just stay healthy all year, and if they need him at the end of the year, playoff time, then they can throw him in if there's injuries available there. So, guys, let me know what you guys think about Nakobe Dean, the linebacker core in general, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Shake, what up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.